Hello and welcome to the Cool FM Live Sports Show. Today, my name is Jon Berger. Today, I've been off for a week. Come on. With me is Dennis Baker, and on my right, I got Kevin Lassiter. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Any big news that anything fun happened while I was gone?
I just got back from a back to school bash where we just gave a bunch of school supplies and backpacks and stuff. So got everybody in the spirit of getting back to school and
Love it.
Back to high school sports even. So I'm excited.
Dude, this is it's a light week, but this is fun. We love this. So let's get into our seniors helping seniors top play.
We got one play for our top plays of the week, so you know it must be a good one.
It's good.
We got Team Arizona.
Ooh, swing that back, bust that ball.
Jeez.
That's going to get all the way to the wall. Bring in 2 runs.
Boy, she gets to second like
Get a
that.
double.
That's awesome.
Great job by Scarsiger right there. Swinging
she
that
jogged
back
that.
hard.
She might have walked that all the way to
but
second
a
base.
standing double.
Holy smokes.
Very nice, very nice. Especially, I always talk about this. When you make big plays or top plays, what's the situation?
Yeah.
This is a top 6 elimination playoff game. So top 6 team making that top 6 elimination game was a big deal. Making a big play in a big moment. Love it.
I mean, we're talking so this team is against Montana, which is just a masher of a team. Arizona, our girls from Arizona, Sierra Vista, going against these Montana mashers. I mean, sometimes, it's hard to we compete, we do the best we can, and good job,
She definitely
girls.
did a job on that play. So, as always, our top plays of the week are brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Seniors Helping Seniors. If you are searching for a like-minded friend to help tackle chores and tasks, or even a companion to join you in hobbies and activities, call Seniors Helping Seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves and show up ready to exceed expectations on a schedule that meets your needs. Or you can make a difference by joining the Seniors Helping Seniors family. Check them out at southernarizonaSHS.com or give them a call at 520-487-4246.
Awesome.
And next, we got the Berean Academy game recap.
So as we were saying
We
before,
got the top play from this game.
That's right.
So we've
We'll
got
get the whole story here in this highlight.
Yeah, we got Arizona versus Montana in this one. So you're saying it's a top 6 bracket single elimination game.
Yep, this is up in Missoula, Montana. This is the final game of the softball coverage that we had. Great swing right there. Drops it right into the grass of the outfield out on the left. That's good for a single. But no run scored there. And
Great
again,
pitching right there with the strikeout.
that was a great job.
You can tell she's amped
And to
up.
set this up, this
Another
is
one.
Arizona playing against the Montana State champions out of Copper City. Our girls played these girls last week on Sunday. This was the Sunday morning broadcast game that we brought to you. Unfortunately, we fell to them on Sunday morning, but our team played well enough to make it into the top 6 where they got to play again. That's a Scarsiger again, but she grounds out to first.
That was a huge, huge play right there.
Montana.
We did get a run there, but they were able to get 2 outs and cut that inning short.
Good throw and catch right there to get out at first. Nice job by Mark zooming in on that. High fly ball deep in the right, but a nice catch out there in the outfield. Great job there. That was Courier with that catch.
All right. Getting on base there.
Sierra Vista
Swing
girls are
off the
battling.
hands. Trying to fight deep late in the game in the 5th.
There's no quitting these girls. Look at that shot to left. Nice.
A little bit of a bobble, but she kept it in her hands.
Yeah.
I think a run did score. And this is the top play right here. Deep shot in the right field. Gets past the right field. The ball goes back to the wall. 2 runs are coming in. And then Scarsiger gets herself a nice jogging double on that.
Look at those tents out there. Are those professional fans? What the heck is that?
Pop up here just outside right in center. And makes the catch. Nice catch there by Gonzalez. Another pop up. This one stays in the infield. And it's caught right there.
Good job. Hey,
So unfortunately, Arizona, the Sierra Vista girls representing Arizona fell short to Montana 4-12. But we still got to give hats off to our girls to even get to this far, get to the the final 6 bracket, to travel to Montana to play a team like that. John, it looks like you were right when you named the Montana Mashers. That's a formidable opponent right there. So definitely, and with the way the girls played, you could see that they definitely played with their heads held high.
Yeah.
Still came out there, played with pride, and still had some good moments. So shout out to the Sierra Vista girls.
And let's not forget they are the Arizona state champions. So this just isn't just a local team that just happened to get a spot in this tournament. They battled and won. They beat all the best teams here in Arizona to get to that point. So because of that, we want to recognize the team. We like to go ahead and just list all the names off the rosters and call the coaches out. So again, the Sierra Vista All-Stars, which were the District 8 champions that went on to win the state championship, Breland Gonzalez, Mia Flores, Haley Cerna, Malin Escarcega, Emily Forsberg, Kaylee Hooper, Madison Forsberg, Ayla Broswell, Kenzie Forsberg, Allian Courier, Sloan Applegarth, Caitlin Arsenault, and Adriana Guerrera. And they were coached by Jacqueline Cerna, Katie Cerna, and Stephen Broswell. So congratulations on your season. A great year. Thanks for representing Sierra Vista, Cochise County, and the state of Arizona well up in Missoula, Montana.
They were doing that for months. This is months worth of work. Thank you so much, ladies. That's an incredible achievement.
And one more thank you to the staff out of District 8. They did such a great job hosting the tournaments, the all-star tournaments. It was great. As a broadcaster, it was awesome to be there to see how they took care of the kids and the fans and how they welcomed us. So thanks so much to all the District 8, the volunteers, the umpires, and everybody that helped make that team and that event successful.
Can't tell you how many times they saved me from dehydration and some pretty nasty situations.
Yeah, that's important to note too. The situation in which these games are being played in, it's hot. We're in the middle of the summer.
This isn't Montana. This is
It's Arizona.
Right.
Sonoran Desert, baby.
You're playing scorching weather. Oh my gosh.
So that was the only thing that we had going on last week as far as broadcast, but there are some upcoming things coming up. We had talked about youth football is getting ready to get started. Many of the young football athletes have already been working with their teams. I know the Sierra Vista Colts is a local organization here, and you have some information on when they're going to be ready to play.
So the Sierra Vista Colts youth football, American youth football, their season opener is going to be taking place this coming Saturday, August the 8th. They will be hosting the Vail Vikings organization. So there'll be games played throughout the day at all the different age groups, from flag all the way up to the big fellas at 13U. So get out to Keith Hampton Field and cheer for all our local athletes, cheer for your family members, of course, and make sure you go out there and buy some concessions to keep these local youth athletes fueled, powered up, and keep the organizations running smooth.
Hey, I mean, I buy Coke at the movie theater, and it's far more expensive there.
Go to the Snack Shack and support the guys. But yeah, they're playing out at Keith Hampton Memorial Field. Should be a great day, and I expect to see some wins against the Vail Vikings organization. Sierra Vista usually does pretty well against the Vail Vikings.
Yes, let's represent. Let's represent.
All right. This week's games are brought to you by Berean Academy in Sierra Vista. Get ready for nonstop highlights, bold predictions, and everything you love about the game. Now we have the Prestige Remodeling Player of the Week. Week.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to last week's winner first. So this is the first time anybody has beat so usually Sierra Vista athletes don't win any of our polls. I don't understand it. But this week, our young lady, Ayla Braswell, and I'll say even the second place girl was also from Sierra Vista, Braylon Gonzalez. But both of those girls, good job, Ayla Braswell, for being our Cool FM Sports Player of the Week. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well deserved with the, with what their team is doing and what they were able to play for. So this week's Player of the Week, though, we have nominated Malin Escarcega. Am I saying that name right? Escarcega. Malin, if you were watching the show, she's the one we just showed earlier with that big shot, 2-run RBI double. Yeah. And, she's batting cleanup for this team that, like has been pointed out, is representing the whole state of Arizona. These Sierra Vista girls winning the state of Arizona. and her being one of the driving forces of that offense. So we had to give it to someone who's still playing softball this late into the season. We got to nominate who's one of their best offensive players. So Malin Escarcega.
And now that we've gotten all of our Player of the Week winners for the month of July, we can now give you the candidates for the July Player of the Month poll. So let's go back and we'll talk about each of them. So our 4 winners are Vladimir, my guy, Vladimir, heat him up, Hurtado from Douglas, the pitcher with the giant arm, right? We got another pitcher, Callie Larson of the Sierra Vista All-Stars. We got Derek Vasquez of the Douglas Juniors, and then as we just talked about, Ayla Braswell of the Sierra Vista All-Stars. All 4 of these players actually went on to play in their regional events because these are guys all one state. So Douglas represented youth Little League Baseball, and then Sierra Vista represented softball. So all 4 state champions here in your Player of the Month poll that's going to be brought to you. It's going to be broadcast on the Cool FM page. I'm sorry, not broadcast, posted to the Cool FM page shortly after the show gets posted, and you will be able to vote for the Player of the Month.
Wouldn't that be cool to be an all-state player? I mean, I wasn't even all league, so like being all state to me is huge.
No, it's not a common thing. Very few people could say that. So
all-star players,
just to think, we got 4 of the best players, I'm gonna say, in the country.
Oh,
Because think about it, they were some of the ones best in their state. Their teams went to represent and play up against the best kids in the country. So 4 of the best players in the country, right here out of Cochise County.
Well, this week's Player of the Week is brought to you by Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, LLC of Sierra Vista. Prestige has pioneered a visionary approach that empowers exceptional service, reinvigorating the fundamental principles of customer-centric service. As a licensed general contractor, including plumbing and electrical, they proudly cater to both commercial and residential needs. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com.
And now, next, we're going to have the Vista Pros Heating and Cooling Football Preview. So this week's interview that we're going to have for you is going to be the head coach from Douglas High School, Coach Hunter Long from the Bulldogs.
Well, we've got Coach Hunter Long from Douglas High School. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. Appreciate you guys having me. Thank you very much.
Oh, man, it's so exciting to have one of the best coaches in all of Cochise County come out and just give us some insight into what's going on. Thank you for just stopping in and taking time to just be around us.
No, I appreciate it. Like I said, thank you guys for having me. Nice drive out here, so I really appreciate you guys. And you guys are gassing me up already. I'm over here trying to feel myself already.
Come on.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I've got a question. You've got a great season upcoming. I want to know if you've got any seniors that you're really, really amped about, or just tell me about that whole senior lineup that you got going on.
Yeah, so we got a pretty good senior class. They've been around pretty much starting for us since they were freshmen. That's kind of Douglas football for us, They get thrown into the fire early, so they got a lot of experience. But yeah, we got a lot of guys taking over at quarterback, so we are losing our starting quarterback from the last 3 seasons. Ivan Higuera.
Amazing.
Yeah,
he's a great player. Yeah,
3-year first team all region type of guy. So to try to replace that, you don't really replace it. You just kind of try to get a bunch of guys that can fill that role, as much as they can. And so we're real proud of him. He's going to go up to Cochise and play some baseball over there. So we're glad he's staying around.
Yep.
But we got senior Matt Hudson coming back. He was our backup quarterback last year and starting receiver, and he'll be adding, pretty good knowledge to the quarterback position for us. He might not be as athletic as Ivan, but he's 6'2" guy. He's got some height.
He's a wide receiver. He's not as athletic. Oh my gosh.
Ivan, he
was a ridiculous.
I know. I'm sorry.
So he's more of a pocket passer. Is that what?
I think he's more just kind of well-rounded, just as a quarterback. Real good high football IQ. Which Ivan, he had it, but Ivan, he was a little restricted, with height and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But his speed made up for it.
Right.
But Matt, he's able to kind of see downfield a little bit better and get the ball out. So we're looking forward to seeing what he can do. We got a couple, senior running backs and Cesar Gaxiola and Omar Falcon. They've been playing for us the last couple of years, and they're solid.
Yeah.
Line, we got 3 senior linemen that'll be starting for us that have been starting the last 2 years.
Senior lineman is what every
That's
coach
what you
wants.
want. Right.
Yeah. Until I tell you that none of them are over 5'7", but they're tough.
That's okay.
And
That's
you know what?
okay.
They're They got a lot of dog in them. They got a lot of
Yeah.
heart in
That's
them.
what counts.
And so those three guys that we're going to lean on them heavily, and that's Angel Valencia, Jorge Garcia, we call him Jiggy, and Julio Valdivia. And those three guys, they're going to hold it down for us on the line.
It's all about leverage, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Get under those pads.
Yep, be tough.
So, Coach, tell us a little bit about your background in football. Playing, coaching. Give us a little bit of your history.
Yeah, so I was Douglas pretty much born and raised. Played football all growing up, starting from when I was 8 years old. Played there at Douglas High School, graduated in 2011, was all-state linebacker, played fullback, that type of thing. Went on to Victor Valley College, played some linebacker and defensive end out there in California. From there, I was able to go walk on at U of A, and then I played there as a defensive end and nose tackle. Spent the 2014 and part of 15 season before I had to medically retire. But before that, that was the year that we won the Pac-12 South Championship. Had one of the better seasons that U of A's ever had. So I was proud to be part of that team.
Where's your ring?
I should have brought it.
I had no idea. You didn't tell us this last time.
Yeah. So
Oh my
played ball
gosh.
over there. Actually, between my transition between JUCO and U of A, I spent a year coaching JV here at Douglas High School, and then I transitioned to U of A and walked on. And then following that, spent some time at U of A. Once I retired, was a strength coach there for a little bit, and then I got the call in 2019, and that's when I became the head coach here and been head coach since. So this will be my 8th season. For the last 3-4 years, we've been pretty consistent around that 500-600 number. And it's just trying to get these guys to play hard. Douglas historically used to be a real big football town. Not so much anymore these days. It's more baseball, soccer focused. But, just trying to keep that tradition alive and keep these guys tough and competitive. And that's, pretty much the goal of myself and my coaching staff.
You got a heck of a football resume.
Yeah,
not too bad.
That's
They're
impressive.
lucky to have you down there, and I think
Seriously.
it's great. I love hearing the hometown hero story.
I appreciate
somebody
that.
that played, and then you put your dues in on the field as a player, the blood, sweat, and tears, and then be able to come back and have the same impact now as the head coach. That's amazing journey. That's
Appreciate
It's
that.
really cool to hear about.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll repeat what he said. They're lucky to have you, not just because your resume of what you've done, U of A and college ball, but to be homegrown and be able to come back, like he said, is kind of a coach's dream.
Yeah. 100%.
To play the game and love the game and still want to give back and then be able to give back the same place that you played is a really good thing. So that's awesome. My question would come kind of from the coach's perspective, if you can kind of explain it to the fans or any players that are going to play for you in the future, anybody that's going to watch the games. What are they going to expect to see? Like, what's your philosophy? What are we going to see from you offensively and defensively?
So the way I've always looked at it, and it was pretty much what I tried to instill right from day one when I first got hired, is we are going to implement modern techniques and concepts, but with an old school attitude. And
Okay.
so the way I have always looked at it is play tough, play physical, play aggressive, but we're going to do it, with some discipline, and then we're going to incorporate a lot of the new type of new age football that's out there,
Yeah.
And so for us, we don't get tied down by just teaching one system or one concept. We're not just going to throw the ball. We're not just going to just run the ball. We try to mix it up, and we're trying to keep teams off guard. And that's kind of one thing that benefits us, is that our guys don't just know just one system. They know football.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to teach our guys is, don't just be robots out there just kind of operating mechanically, but to know the game ins and outs, so that way we can adapt on the fly if needed.
Absolutely. I love that. As a coach, hearing coaches say that, I'm just saying to be humble enough to understand that, hey, I want to be modern and I want to see what's out there. And, a lot of coaches have that old school mentality where it's like, hey, this is how I was coached and it worked when we played in the 90s and the 80s. It's going to work today.
Right.
Or they just have their own stuff that they feel so proud of, or they know is going to work, that they'll just beat their team with it and just force it to work. But
100%.
But to kind of be open and say, hey, we have this mentality, and then we can combine that mentality with whatever offense and defense that you deem fit that's going to be successful. Is the way to go. Yeah.
And then a lot of it relies on your athletes, right? So,
There you go. That's what it
if
is.
you ain't got the personnel to match what you want to do, it ain't going to work.
Gotta adapt.
And so
Right.
just like the last 3 years, we've been spoiled with Ivan at quarterback, where we could run with our quarterback a lot. This year, we might not run him as much, but we're going to find other concepts to work around him.
Right. It's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, I have a question about what your expectations for this upcoming season are. I mean, you've got a big competition, like some really great teams.
Oh, yeah.
So, what are you thinking?
Playing
How do you
4A.
think you can manage this?
Honestly, it starts with winning the rep, winning the day, winning the week, and then, hopefully we win the season, essentially, whereas, we got to focus one thing at a time.
Start with the rep.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
awesome. That's beautiful.
And then that's just it. I mean, a lot of guys, they get so tied up in just looking ahead that they're not looking at what's exactly right in front of them, right? They're not living in the present.
Right.
And that's one thing I try to tell our guys all the time is be where your feet are and don't be trying to have your mind elsewhere. Focus on what's directly in front of you at that time.
Absolutely.
And so as far as the season goes, I want tomorrow, our first day of official practice, to be the best day of practice. And then I want Tuesday to be better than Monday. And then I want Wednesday to be better than Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so that's the way I look at it. And the thing is, as far as, wins and losses, for me, competing and playing the game the right way, the way that we're teaching it and executing to the best of our abilities, that's all I can ask for as a coach.
Sure.
If we win the game, great. If we lose the game, well, guess what? We're going to go out swinging.
Yeah.
And that's the way we got to look at it.
I love that. Great answer, sir.
So, Coach, and this is going to be even. I expect to get something good from your answer for this, especially knowing now that you're a Douglas Bulldog.
Yeah.
Not just a head coach. You're a Bulldog.
Yeah.
You wore that uniform.
Yes, sir.
So when we talk about that, I love rivalry games. I love stuff with history and tradition.
Yeah.
And since you played in it, and now you're coaching in it, tell us why the battle for the pick is so important.
It's history. I mean, honestly, it's one of the oldest rivalries in the country. Douglas and Bisbee are two of the oldest programs in the state. It's funny, I'm a big history buff, so I'm always looking back at the archives and stuff like that. And, Douglas and Bisbee started playing football in 1906, and that was 6 years before Arizona was even a state.
That's right. So are you guys the original territorial cup?
And honestly, it's probably right in that realm,
Wow.
And so between us and Tucson High, I think we are the oldest programs in the state. And so just to have that history and, just to have that still alive today, it's kind of an eerie feeling almost when you step onto that field for that game, having so many fans in the stands, having so much history behind it, knowing how many people played in that game before you. Kind of the ghosts of Douglas Bisbee's history still on that field along with us. It gives me chills thinking about it.
I see the
But
goosebumps.
I got it. But yeah, there's something different about that atmosphere. And this year we're in Bisbee, which it's even more history. Being at Warren Ballpark, and I always loved playing in Bisbee. Won it most of my years, lost it my senior year. So. Congrats to Bisbee on that one. But
You're still trying to get that lick back.
But as of right now, we hold the pick and we plan on retaining the pick.
All right. Okay.
That's about it.
Prediction. We like that. Prediction.
Get that on Instant replay. Cody, cut that. That's the sound bite. That's the sound bite right there that we needed right there.
John, you got anything else?
Well, I was just wondering, you've got so much talent on your team, and you've got what we were talking about, like, expectations wise, the community comes and supports you so well. How do you feel about this community? Like, when are they taking care of you all the time, or how does this interaction go with you personally?
It's interesting because it's give and take. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it ain't.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a winner at the end of the day. That's how it is. That's just football. But, the community, they treat us well. And the thing is, they look out for us and, they always help us out. And we got some local businesses. They're always trying to help out as much as they can. And we get some support all the time. And we got a lot of the old heads, they always come out to the games and they always want to see what's going on. They'll stop by practice and see what's going on.
Shoot, that rivalry's been going on since 1900 whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, old is right.
So it's good. Like I said, Douglas, it's a great community as far as, just being a small town feel. On Friday nights, there's not much to do in Douglas, so you might as well head on out to the football game.
Well, you're playing with a bunch of baseball players too, so you're kind of like mixing two different groups of athletes and communities, or kind of
100%.
people. That's really cool.
Yeah, and that's just it. We're pulling from everybody. It's again, football isn't the number one sport, maybe not even the number two sport, maybe not the number three sport in Douglas anymore.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people still want to be involved with it. They want to feel what it's all about. They want to know what the football experience is, and then to be be part of like the Bisbee game and be part of that history, be part of the tradition, and wear the black and gold. So it's a good time.
Such a big deal, especially for Douglas is one of the better sports community towns or sports towns that in Cochise County. Across the board. I mean, and the talent around the sports too, from baseball, softball. We were talking off the air about basketball, boys and girls, and football. So credit to you for carrying the torch for and representing football. Like you said, it may not be a lot of the guys' first sport or maybe even their second sport, but just sports in general. That town, Douglas, really supports and loves their sports and has done a great job. Like, we talk about some of the best players in the country in their perfective sport, especially with softball, are right there in Douglas.
Yeah, 100%.
And the support from, I believe that's why he even asked that question, from what we get from Cool FM when we broadcast your games or we highlight your athletes, it's always been very receptive and very good.
Awesome.
So
yeah, that's what we try to be, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Highest rated game from the 2025 season was the pick game from last year. Highest rated game.
I think it's been that way for like
I'll say
3
it'll
years
probably
now.
stick that way around for a while.
It probably will.
And you're one of the teams, I know, Buena is the big school here in Sierra Vista 5A, but out of all the other, smaller schools throughout Cochise County, they're, 1A or 2A, you're kind of
Big boy.
a big guy of Cochise County holding it down for 4A and playing in a much, I don't know about much tougher, but a lot more bigger schools and a lot more competitive competition on a weekly basis. So that's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility for you.
No, I appreciate that. And like I said, I mean, we're just trying to make our community proud and, trying to represent, our history and our school and our community and our program. And at the end of the day, as long as our guys are giving it everything they got and they're putting forth the effort, I expect the same out of myself and my coaches. We're going to give it everything we got every single day and put forth that effort. And so, like I said, we're just proud to represent.
That's all you can ask for.
I
Blood, sweat, and tears, man.
got one last question for you, Coach.
Yep.
It's a Friday night in the fall. I'm looking for something to do. Why should I come to Douglas, Arizona to watch a Bulldogs football game?
Well, first, you go by the game, get there early because, you got to get there and enjoy it, pregame and all that. But, it's a great atmosphere. And the thing is, it's so welcoming. Everyone there is, going to welcome you with open arms. We're going to treat you right. And you're going to have a fun time at the game. And the thing is, after the game, to me, the best part is going out to go eat at our local restaurants, in town. Everyone goes and gets, go get some burritos at Berean or Weddle's. And everyone loves those places. And, it's nothing like winning a good game and going and hanging out with your buddies and, seeing your community members out there and patting you on the back and getting some good food at the same time. Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, if you go down to Douglas, don't just take off as soon as the game's over. Go to one of our local establishments, go support our businesses, and go enjoy the fun and the little parties that we have afterwards as well.
All right.
And that's what prep sports is all about.
Hey, honestly,
that's what
it
it's
is.
supposed to be all about, right there.
Man, I'm hungry now.
Right.
Now I want to go to Douglas and get a burrito.
Yeah. I'm like, you didn't bring any down? You were
I
just there, bro.
should have. I'm over here messing around, slacking.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming in. Coach Hunter Long from Douglas High School, we thank you so much for making it's almost a 40-minute trek, 50-minute trek.
Yeah, about 50.
50 minutes all the way to come talk to us and let you know what's going on for the rest of the season. Thank you so much again, and we look forward to seeing what the season has.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
good luck
you guys.
to you, Coach.
Go
Good luck.
Bulldogs.
Yep. Thank you.
So great sitting down talking with Coach Long. Looking forward to seeing what the Bulldogs are going to do this year. So go get them, Bulldogs. This week's football preview was brought to you by Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Just like your favorite teams, they believe in preparation, performance, and showing up for their community. Vista Pros, local, reliable, professional, and putting the cool in Cool FM.
Cool.
It is a warm time of season.
Hey,
they are
perfect.
very important right now.
Very perfect timing. So next we have our Seniors Helping Seniors buzzer beater. I think, John, you got the buzzer beater for us today?
I do.
We got our producer over here getting ready to start the clock. You ready, Cody? Let's get it.
NFL was crazy this week. Baker Mayfield doesn't get a contract. They're trying to figure out if he is he a A franchise quarterback? I don't know. He seems to me to be one. I think we all agree that he is, but we'll figure that out later. Clooney back to the Texans. So he has re-signed with the Texans where he started.
Wow.
So that's really cool to see.
Goes home. Okay.
Yeah, Brian Breesy. Now, he tore his ACL this year, and they're expecting him to be out all season long. And he, this is second or third year in the league, and he's had 13 or 14 tackles already. So he was expecting to have a really big season with the Packers, and now he's out. Pearsall out for the season. Ricky Pearsall, the wide receiver, man, he got shot. This guy has no luck whatsoever. We'll move on from that. Taysom Hill, after being released, goes back to the Broncos to play for Coach Payton, who brought him on. He's one of my all-time favorite players. I love Taysom Hill. He plays every position. Aaron Donald is likely to return. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be coaching at Georgia Tech, even though he's still a player in the NFL. And Chris Olave signs a 4-year, $132 million contract. And I'm going to say something about the Major League Baseball. Tariq Skubal was traded from the Detroit Tigers to the Dodgers, and now it looks like Dodgers are just gonna win. So odds-on favorite. That's kind of
the Dodgers are like their pitching rotation. It's like Thanos' gauntlet. They just added the last Infinity Stone, and like, can they be stopped now? This is crazy.
That you can take your best pitcher out of the rotation and still just crush people. I mean, you've got Ohtani that comes and goes. Who knows if he's going to pitch?
Do you even need him to pitch?
Do you want? Yeah. I mean,
I'll say a couple things about your buzzer beater. First, I'm glad that Tony Romo didn't make the news wire in his little situation.
Yeah.
I'll say this. What was the first one you said?
Oh, Baker Mayfield's contract.
Mayfield, yeah. I wanted to talk about that. I think his age,
31.
People are more likely to deem someone a franchise quarterback when they're younger.
Yeah, that's such a good.
I think if you're over 30, they don't want to really give that to you now.
Right.
I don't know. That's just my take. I said off the air that I think it also has to do with like your fan engagement and the excitement level that you bring to the fans.
Who would they replace him
When's
with,
the last
though?
time we got excited about a Bucs quarterback not named Tom Brady?
Yeah. I mean, it goes way back. I mean, Winston maybe, but that was like his.
Well, did they win with Dilfer?
Oh, no, it's Testaverde.
No, that was Brad Johnson was their starter.
Brad Johnson,
was there.
Those guys are
there,
twins. In my brain, they're the exact same person, I swear.
They kind of are as far as players, yeah.
You could, tall, big,
old.
gunners.
I just remember them being old.
Yeah, Testaverde was like
what's his
400
name?
years old.
Jameis Winston had a couple of he had some great statistical years when he was their starter.
Yeah.
But
40 touchdowns
right, he
that
led
one
the league
year.
in touchdowns
And
and interceptions. Right,
That was a ridiculous number.
I'm trying to go
40
back.
and
You
40.
had Josh Freeman, which that didn't work out very good for them.
No.
Sean King didn't work out very good
Trent
for them.
Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer, who got drafted there but didn't win there, he ended up getting his ring in Baltimore.
Yeah. How far back do you go? Kosar? No. Did Kosar play for Tampa Bay?
No, he was
Browns.
The Browns, but Testaverde was a Tampa Bay guy. I think he was the first wasn't he the original Buccaneers quarterback? Or am I going back?
Maybe.
Too far?
Well, I
Maybe
remember
he was. I
Steve
don't
Young
know.
was back there too,
Yeah,
but
so-
he never.
Well,
did anything.
I think the Bucks. Yes, Baker Mayfield is bringing excitement. At one point, he was an MVP candidate. No,
Yes.
like during the regular season.
Dude.
But again, it's been the thing with Baker Mayfield, and I'm a Baker Mayfield fan from his Oklahoma days. He has a tendency. I don't think it's all his fault. Some of it's just the organization you're with, the fan bases, and all that. But he generates excitement early on, and then it kind of plateaus until people kind of get bored with him, or he just doesn't have that level of excitement that he first had. Remember when he got drafted? I think he was number 1 pick by the Browns.
A first round pick for the
They
Browns.
were high on him. He came out. He showed some electricity, but then after a while, it just kind of got dull.
He reminds me of Brett Favre because Brett Favre had a long leash, but it seems like Brett Favre without the leash because like Brett Favre would throw interceptions. He would, they just let him play.
And they're like, it's all right. Yeah, you're right. To get like Hall of Fame level accolades, and didn't he only win 1 Super Bowl?
Brett, I think one, but he had like 3 straight MVPs.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those guys that he's not a game manager.
No,
But
he was.
Dude, he doesn't have the wins. To me, like Eli Manning, well, he said you brought him up earlier. He has 2 Super Bowls, and if you were to ask a bunch of football fans who's more talented,
Baker,
Brett Favre or Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Probably say Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Right.
But do you want the Super Bowls or do you want the flashy dude?
Flashiness. Yeah.
I want the Super
I
Bowls.
want to win, baby. When it
I
comes like
wanna
that,
win.
I'm like Al Davis. Just win, baby.
You give me, I can't think. Chad Pennington. Oh, who was the quarterback? Kitna. I would take Kitna if he would win me a Super Bowl, right? Like, there's some people that say he's.
I would take Jalen Hurts over probably most.
Oh, Jalen Hurts is a very.
I'd probably take Patrick Mahomes over Jalen Hurts. After that, I'm really a big fan of Jalen Hurts and the way he plays. So
He runs over dudes.
So Baker is putting all the cards on the table, all his chips in,
Yeah.
and betting on himself this year that he has a big year, and that would set up, some type of crazy free agency
where he
bidding war for
becomes
his
the highest paid
services.
player ever.
I don't know about that, but
Well, I mean, that's the way it's trending. Whatever, if you're a top 5 quarterback in a contract year, you're saying I need to be paid more than any other quarterback, and those numbers are always increasing. So the next guy, whether it's Josh Allen, whether it's what's the guy at
Mahomes.
Jacksonville?
Oh,
Mahomes,
yeah. Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, the guy at San Diego.
Herbert.
Herbert. When these guys' contracts come up, they're going to try to break the
But
record.
Herbert's gonna have a hard case because the Chargers just don't win a lot. They don't
They
win
don't
the
pay
big
anybody
games.
anything.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Well, they look.
He's
at Dak
talented.
Prescott for the
Yeah, he
Cowboys.
is.
He did the same thing with his contract year. It's like,
Dak
you haven't won any playoff games. Well, what are you going to do? Lose me?
Yeah.
When you
think
have
Herbert's
when
gonna
you
re-sign
have somebody
there.
there,
Dak is
They-
underrated. Him and Baker actually on my.
I like Dak Prescott too.
And they
those
both tough guys. They play
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
They can inspire that. That's the thing I like about
Fighters.
about both of those guys.
And that's why
they
they
have
can
that
demand-
intangible that they can get men to do more. They can lead and
Yeah.
inspire men.
Yeah,
It's a
you're right.
special trait.
And I think Jalen Hurts has that too. That's
I
why
agree.
I'm a big
I
fan
agree.
of his.
All right. So let's get to the seniors helping. Oh, wait. Yeah, seniors helping seniors trivia. I don't know where I'm at today. We're trying new things. We're figuring it out.
I guess they had the buzzer beater and the trivia today. Seniors help and top play.
That's right.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Oh, whoa. Lassiter got a huge lead right
Yeah,
Kevin.
I kind of cleaned up a little bit the last couple of weeks.
What were those questions about?
now. Yes. Hey, did you have a Baltimore trivia
Yes.
question?
Baltimore might have been an answer on one or two of them.
Baltimore. All right, let's get into this one. Since 2022, this NFL team has 10 different starting quarterbacks. What is the team? Who were the quarterbacks for?
Jesus.
Oh my!
Lord.
So I know who the
I think
I know
I
the team is.
Yeah, I think we all know the team.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now we got to start naming quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
For
10
since
quarterbacks.
22. That's 4
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that guy's name?
Wow, I've got 3 and now I'm breaking. Cody, you got to give us a time limit. I'm
Man,
gonna sit on this
I'm drawing
forever.
blank on names right now.
I've got 3, but I know there's like
What's my guy's name?
Kevin.
Can't think of.
He's counting us
I
down.
can't think of names right now, but I
I'm
know
gonna
they.
break-
I
I'm
know
gonna
who
block.
they
I got
are.
like 5 or 6 of them done, so we'll see.
You could just call it. I think he's got the
Yeah,
winner.
I got a couple winners. I got a couple names, but
You
hopefully.
start us off, and I'll.
All right,
feel.
so Cleveland quarterbacks. It's been like too many to even remember them all. But I got Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Baker Mayfield. That might be
yeah,
maybe.
I got Flacco, Mayfield, Sanders.
Sanders and Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Oh, good one.
I didn't get that guy.
DTR.
DTR. I love DTR. You got Mayfield.
I got Baker Mayfield, Sanders, Sean Watson, and I'm still drawing a blank. I thought I'd know his name by the time I start talking about it, but I wrote OUQB because Dylan Gabriel. That's his name.
Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know he started again. That's awesome.
Well, he may not have.
Okay.
I'm just.
Oh yeah.
There was more, and I could not think
I think he
of.
did start. I
Yeah.
think he did start a game
so
or
many
two
games.
early in the season, right?
All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see what
Oh,
this
I got
list
a
has.
couple of them.
Brissett, Watson,
I got
PJ
Watson,
Walker, one of my favorites.
Robinson,
Flacco,
Winston. Why did I
Jack
think of that?
Driscoll.
and
Wow.
Sanders. So I
That
got
guy even plays
4.
football?
I got 4,
four.
Cody.
That's a baseball name. I've never heard of that dude. I started a game. Okay, well, I got 3. I got Sanders, Flacco, and Mayfield.
Oh, I got 5. My bad. If Mayfield was up there, I got 5.
Who would have thought Kevin's going to beat us all?
4.
I mean, a divisional opponent,
Yeah, it's
right?
your
So-
division guy.
and here's the crazy part. The name I couldn't remember is the guy that is currently our backup that had went to Cleveland, and I still cannot remember his name right now. And yeah, but whatever.
No, I was
liked-
drawing a blank. Like literally, what I had.
It's too
typed
many
on
to
here,
remember.
Yeah.
I was like I couldn't think of Dylan Gabriel. I'm like, oh, you guy. And then I
correct,
couldn't
yeah.
think of Deshaun Watson. I literally put massage guy.
Oh God.
Oh wait, we're live. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Oh, right. Next topic. All right, so that's it for the Seniors Helping Seniors sports trivia. Thank you so much. That's it for this week's Cool FM Live Sports Show, brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors, with supporting sponsors Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Berean Academy, and these folks take such great care of us as local athletes, the local families. We're talking about air conditioning. These are things that are absolutely necessary. Seniors Helping Seniors. These people take care of each other. All of these people are important to our ecosystem. So if you can just reach out to them, say hi, say thank you, spend some money with them, or, just like I said, just say thank you at some point. Anyway, so it's been a great week. Anything we got to talk about before we go?
No, we're good. I said it earlier. Back to school. School is among us. I mean, some people have either already started or they're getting started next week. Here on our sports show, we get really excited about our prep sport. So we're getting ready for that. But first things first, kids, start the school year on the right way with your best foot forward.
Yep.
Lock in these first few weeks and let's get ready to have some fun.
I would also recommend wearing a collar shirt on your first day. I know it sounds stupid. But
Just
if
to
you're
get you in the
First
right
impressions, best
mindset and the
Just once.
right energy.
And I got something. It's great news for all of us just as sports fans. This is the last week of the year that we will go without NFL football.
Woo! Thank God.
It's always super exciting. You'd be like, yes, preseason football. And I'm
Yeah.
excited for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And
For
then,
5 minutes.
Football is football, and I need to see some of it.
then Jamal Anderson's knee falls off or some
Then a bunch
awful
of guys
thing.
get in the game I've never heard of or seen,
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
that's-
okay, I'm not as excited anymore, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm the only guy here that likes preseason football, because those are the guys that you see, like, every once in a while you see someone stand out, and then you see them on the
They make the
move
team,
up.
yeah.
Dude, we've had linebackers. You're like, I've never heard of this linebacker. Who's that guy from San Francisco, the bald white guy, like his Boswell or something like that? Like, he was a 5th-round draft pick,
Yeah.
and he just moved his way up. His first year he was an All-Pro, and then he retires the next year.
What's that show? HBO?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Knocks.
That kind of gives you some insight, and that always gets me excited for the season too. So.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's show. We had an extra 5 minutes there, but thank you for tuning in. Like I said, check in with our sponsors, and everybody, take care of each other. God bless.